They talk behind your back, smile in your face with knives behind their teeth. They pretend to be kind, but their smiles are masks, blades hidden behind politeness. They try to shake your peace, not because you lack strength, but because they can't match it. What threatens them isn't your words, it's your stillness. They confuse your calm for surrender, your silence for submission. But there's a truth they can't grasp. Stillness isn't weakness. It's control. And when your enemies throw stones at your calm, they don't shatter it, they expose it. They reveal what they can't defeat. Welcome to Stoic True Wisdom. In this moment of clarity, I'll walk you through 4 powerful ways to hurt those who hate you without raising a single finger. No rage, no revenge, no shouting into the void. Just you, becoming untouchable. Because the greatest punishment is showing them you've already won, without needing to fight at all. Remain unshaken when they try to shake you. The first strike is silence. They crave your reaction. They thirst for your anger. Your fury would reassure them that they still hold power. But each time you stay calm, every time you answer with stillness instead of screams, you choke off their oxygen. They suffocate, not in your words, but in their own insignificance. Epictetus said it best. It is not the one who insults you that injures you, but your belief that their words have power. Silence, in its most disciplined form, is not passive, it is dominance without display. Let them hurl insults like fire. You remain stone, unburnt. And when they see that their flames don't even singe your edges, that their noise can't shift your foundation, they crumble. Because nothing haunts a chaotic soul more than a man they cannot disturb. Too, though the life so disciplined, it exposes their weakness. They are watching quietly, bitterly from the shadows, hoping you'll fall. But day by day, you rise. Morning by morning, you sharpen yourself. Evening by evening, you reflect. While they decay in envy and distraction, you are sculpting something greater. And before long, your life becomes a mirror too honest for them to look into. You didn't set out to shame them, your growth did that on its own. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." You don't ascend to get even. You ascend to get free. You rise not for spite, but because you refuse to rot where they're comfortable. As they sit in the stagnant water of hate, you are becoming a masterpiece, shaped in silence and forged by self-control. And that quiet transformation, it destroys them. Because the person they tried to break has now become someone they can no longer reach. 3. Outlive their hate. Hate burns quickly, it consumes the one who holds it. But discipline? Discipline is patient. It endures like stone standing through the fiercest storms. You don't just survive your enemies. You outlast them. Seneca taught us this. How much nobler it is to heal a wrong than to avenge it. And he was right. As they sink in bitterness, you rise in purpose. Every breath deliberate. Every step aligned with who you are becoming. One day, without fanfare, they will look up and realize you're gone not physically, but spiritually. You've left the battlefield. You're building something real while they're still arguing with shadows. They're stuck fighting a war you walked away from years ago. And that's how you win without ever striking back. 4. Forgive them and mean it. Yes, forgive them, not for their sake. Not because they've earned it, but because you deserve peace. Because letting go is a form of strength, not softness. True forgiveness, when given from power rather than passivity, cuts deeper than any insult ever could. It's not weakness, it's a declaration. You no longer live in my mind, you cannot poison me. You are not strong enough to make me hate you. Musonius Rufus once taught, it is not enough to refrain from harming others. We must also not wish them harm. That wisdom still holds. When you forgive them sincerely and do it not in silence, but in clarity, you turn their venom into vapor. You disarm them entirely. Their final weapon, your attention, slips from their grasp. and the world notices. They see someone who could have chosen vengeance, but instead chose virtue. Someone who walked through flames and still had the grace to say, I release you, because you've already buried the damage. Not in denial, but deep inside the unshakable person you've become through discipline and reflection. That wound, it's healed. Not forgotten, but no longer bleeding. And that is where your strength now lives. You want to break your enemies? Then don't fight them. Don't shout, don't chase, don't explain. Outgrow them. Rise so high that their attempts to pull you down become laughable. Outlast them. While they burn out in their bitterness, you endure with quiet force. Ignore them. Not out of pride, but out of clarity. Forgive them. Not because they're right, but because you're free. They crave chaos, you give them silence. They want your pain, you give them indifference. They want war, you offer peace. And it's that peace, steady, powerful, terrifying in its stillness, that will haunt them more deeply than any revenge ever could. Because when everything they try fails to shake you, they're forced to face a painful truth. You've moved on, and they are still trapped. This is Stoic true wisdom, where we do not react, we rise. Where we don't fight back, we walk forward, with purpose, with grace. Until one day, we are so far beyond the noise, it sounds like nothing at all.